Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and thank you for joining me on the third edition of Conversations with Ed Accura. So, I've been asked on a number of occasions by various different people, and this is since the pilot of the film was first screened. I've been asked if I could recommend a swimming instructor who is sympathetic to the issue. So, I guess what they are asking is, in other words, a swimming instructor that would not write them off and use the ethnicity as a reason why they are not picking up swimming as fast as they are expected to. Take a look.
Hello, Frank. I'm your good friend, Mr. Society. Never take that life jacket off. Never! Have you seen the weather out there? You'll die if you take that jacket off. Keep that jacket on. Have you seen the stats? Blacks can't swim. You're too heavy-boned. You don't float. You'll sink. Keep that life jacket on.
Do you come across a lot of people in my situation?
I have, yeah. Today, a woman was telling me about how she learnt to swim, and she was told by an instructor that black people don't swim, like the large bottom, like won't be able to swim, and her ankles weren't flexible enough, and as a black woman or something. I couldn't believe it, and I asked what year this was in, and this was in 2011. It wasn't even like early 90s or something. It was like 8 years ago, and I couldn't believe hearing that story. And she said she started to teach herself how to swim, actually, and it's a really, really incredible story. And eventually the instructor went and saw her and saw that she was able to swim, and then was like, oh well, you can swim then. And she was just like, well, like, why were people telling me that I couldn't just because of like my race? And I was like, it's bad, and I can't believe there are instructors out there who will actually actively discourage black people from attempting to swim.
But there are a lot of pressures to this, and there's also, I was told, you couldn't come to this one, I was told when I was doing adult lessons, the reason I couldn't swim because I was bigger boned, which is, so that's, you probably have heard that a couple of times today.
I am sure most swimming instructors do not use this approach, but there clearly are some that do. And I'm also aware that there are a lot of swimming instructors out there that are not aware of the issue with a disproportionate amount of black people and ethnic minorities that don't swim. Because I've had a few come up to me and say that since they've watched the film, they are now more aware of the issue, but they weren't before. I always quote Sport England's figures of 95% of black adults in England do not swim, and 80% of black children in England do not swim. The aim of the campaign and the film was to, or shall I say, is to enable us to confront our fears, address the stereotypes, and dispel the myths. So I'm hoping that talking about these issues enables us to do just that. So let's have a conversation about this. I'm going to open up a forum for this on blackscanswim.com. So if you have anything you would like to add to this, or anything you'd like to discuss, just please go on there, blackscanswim.com, and there should be a forum on the front page that enables you to put your comments on this issue or any other issue that you may have, or any other resolutions or suggestions that you may have on any of these subjects. Another thing I would like you to do, please, if you watch the film, or when you watch the film, could you please leave a review on the platform that you watch it on, so either Amazon or Vimeo, so that we have an idea of whether the film is doing what it's supposed to be doing. Thank you very much, and I look forward to speaking to you next week, if not before.